If you're thinking about creating a new logo, one of the questions you're probably going to have is how much is it going to cost? In this video, we're going to talk about how much to budget for redesigning or creating a new logo and some of the factors that really drive price. So, all right, let's start off by just getting right to the punchline. How much should it cost to create a new logo design? Well, honestly, and you probably already know this, it depends. The price ranges for logo design can vary tremendously. On the very, very low end, cheap end, you can get a logo from freelancers, usually less experienced, more junior freelancers for $100 or less. And those go all the way up to tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're a huge corporation. But what are those key drivers that really influence price? Well, one of the first things, as I just alluded to, is experience. Because really, when you're investing in a new logo and hiring somebody for that, really you're paying for their reputation and their track record of creating really good logos. Because really, creating a logo is a collaborative process where ideally you'll have some sort of direction as far as what you want your brand to convey, maybe some general aesthetics, some examples of logos you like and don't like that designer can use for inspiration and direction. But really, what you're paying for is the trust in somebody who's going to do a really good job for you. So beyond that, though, what are some key drivers that really influence price? Well, one of the first things to think about is what are they creating for you? What's the end result? So in some cases, you might just get one logo. In other cases, on the more high end, you might get a whole branding package. So a portfolio of different logos to use in different situations, color palettes, font selections, a more robust output. On the higher end, large corporations don't just design a logo, but they'll also do market research and test logos with target consumers, get feedback, and really verify that new logos are going to resonate with their customers also. But some things to think about when you're looking at different designers, for example, right off the bat are one, if you're talking with a designer, you want to ask about how many concepts will they come up with. So, for example, if they're first doing some iterations for you, are they going to give you one concept or 10 different ideas to work off of and things like that? And then also, how many revisions? So, are they saying we'll go through 3 revisions or unlimited? Or basically, what are they proposing to do workload wise or time wise to make sure they really nail a really good logo for you? Another thing too, a trend, this is a little bit of a jargon, something you might hear of is what's called responsive logos. And responsive logos basically are a portfolio or set of logo components that work together as a whole or individually. So for example, let's take Nike as an example. So we've all seen the Nike swoosh. So a lot of times we'll see the Nike logo with both the swoosh image and then also the Nike word as well. So those two items, both the word and the swoosh, work together in tandem. But you can also separate those out as well, where if you see the swoosh, you still know it means Nike. If you just see the word Nike branded the same way, it still holds that same brand recognition as well. So responsive logos are basically packages or portfolio of logos that work together in different combinations, but all of them convey the same brand and can be used in websites, on apps, or as icons on, clothing or other products, things like that. So that's a little bit different skill set. It's a little more complex and a little more work to create that portfolio or a responsive logo design. That's a little bit or more complex, I should say, than just creating one simple icon. So that's a factor to think about as well too. When it comes to actually selecting a logo designer as well, it's really, really important to look through their portfolio. What are examples of logos they've designed in the past? I'm going to generalize here, so bear with me because I know it's not appropriate to generalize in 100% of cases, but as a generalization, if you're paying on the lower end and looking for a lower price point, a lot of times what that means is you're going to be working with a more junior designer. What you might find is more stock images, things that might look a little more clip arty, a little bit more generic, a little more basic. Really, what you want to find if you're looking to position your company as a leader is, a lot of people say, well, Nike's a great example of a logo that's iconic, or Apple. That is very, very true. And creating logos that are that iconic are partly a really good design, but also there's a lot of money behind that to really boost that brand, to create the image around that icon, those sort of things too. So the actual image of a logo will bear some weight, obviously, but there's a lot more that goes into it beyond that as well. But that said, a really talented designer that usually is going to be a little higher price point just has a better skill set as far as using aesthetic techniques and has a good portfolio of examples of creating logos that just at a higher level artistically and aesthetically and have that more iconic image as well. So really, as you're choosing designers to work with for a logo, definitely look at their portfolio, see what types of logos they've designed for what type of companies, and really, you want to find somebody that's portfolio really resonates with you and that they have shown that they can create logos that really encompass the type of look and feel and brand imagery that you're trying to go for in your own logo. So, end of the day, what are some surefire ways to help set yourself up for success? Well, of course, as mentioned, their portfolio is a really important factor, but also make sure you're going with somebody really reputable too. If you can find a designer or a team that has good reviews online, has a good track record of success, they reach a price point, it looks like they're going to work with you as far as how many concepts, how many revisions to get it right. Those are ways to stack the deck in your favor to help make sure you're getting a really good logo at a price point that's going to fit your budget as well. So if you're looking for help with a logo, that's something that our team at Buddy can certainly help out with as well. It's something we do with a lot of clients. So if you're interested in learning more about Buddy, seeing some examples of logos or other work we've done, you can certainly get in touch. No pressure, no obligation. We're happy to chat about how we can help you out. Or if you'd like to learn more about us, you can also visit our website at www.buddywdd.com. And if you'd like to get in touch to start a conversation, you can just click on that button in the upper right-hand corner, answer a few quick questions just to get things started, and we'll follow up right away for a conversation. So as always, thanks so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll talk to you again real soon.